Guys, how are you? Here we are starting, and let me just change the camera. This is a coffee shop that we came to get some drinks.
Hello guys, how are you?
So
Welcome.
here, remember guys that we're going to be doing these live streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. and Wednesday at 11 a.m. You can ask us anything that you want about how is to travel to Mexico right now and where to stay, because right now we are in full lockdown, which honestly is not as bad as it sounds, and especially as the first one. So today, me and Rodrigo, we are going to take you to if you saw the first live stream, you saw that we finished on Angel of Independence. So we're going to take you from there to Reforma Avenue, and we're going to see where else we go. So remember, please, if you like this, subscribe. If you can share this, also will be amazing. Leave us a comment with any questions that you have, and hopefully we can travel again soon. All right. So something that you want to say, Rodrigo?
Well, again, welcome to this tours. And if you are guys watching this not live but later, remember to follow our website, connect to our next live tour, live streaming tours, any of these days that Arthur or Rugis told you, and we will be happy to answer your questions, okay?
By the way, guys, if you're watching this on live stream, you can just write comments on YouTube and on Twitch, because on Facebook we cannot read your comments, sadly, because the app doesn't allow us to. It's not because we don't want. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so first,
let's say goodbye to 2020.
Yeah, let's say goodbye.
Hoping that the next year is not even worse.
Yeah. So right now we are starting at this coffee shop. It's really pretty. The coffee, I think, used to be better, no?
Yeah, it used to be better.
I don't know if it's a Mexican. Let me just show you quickly. It's called Pasión Café, and they have like lots of different beans, right?
Yeah, that's one of the characteristics or the qualities of this coffee shop, is that you can choose your beans from different parts of Mexico or the world. They have from Jamaica, from Costa Rica, from Sumatra, and from Mexico, Veracruz, Oaxaca, Chiapas, the best beans. But in a way, I mean, it changes the fact that it's a chain. So if there's a lot better coffee shops in Mexico City. Actually, that's a thing that is coming up. No, it's been coming up just like in any other like major city. The specialty coffee shops where you can have different artisanal, such as Dripper or Calita or Aeropress, etc. Those are really cool. We're gonna try to do something like that later also.
Hi, Karian. I'm glad to see you. I can wait until we travel again. Yes, I know, guys. So happy to see you guys here. We are just trying to cross the street, not die in the attempt. So this neighborhood, it's Zona Rosa. It's not officially called Zona Rosa. It's a part of Juarez neighborhood. And if you walk over that side and then over this side, you will see a lot of Korean restaurants, because this is kind of considered a Korean town, the Korea town,
like Korean district.
Yeah, like the Korean district.
And
yeah, but because also we have like a part that is more Japanese. Obviously, Chinatown, we have two Chinatowns. A part where there's more Jews, where there's more Lebanese people. So whatever that you want, guys. And right now we are walking in Zona Rosa, which, can you tell us the story of Zona Rosa, Rodrigo?
Well, yeah, Zona Rosa is it's a part of Juarez neighborhood. Remember our tour 2 weeks ago? We were talking about the safe neighborhoods to stay and to be in Mexico City. This is one of them. But this small compound of blocks and streets that we call Zona Rosa, it's also like the party district, the party town in the city, or one of the many party districts that you can find. In fact, probably one of the oldest or the original ones. It was a term that was coined actually by artists around the 1960s. Area also where some kind of prostitution and also some kind of, it was also the gay friendly district, so it was like the red zone, similar to the red zone in other countries like in Amsterdam. However, in Mexico, because of this also like Catholic background,
I don't know why.
it wasn't as rough, maybe to say, to call it red zone. So instead, these artists, especially one called José Luis Cuevas, started to use the term pink zone or zona rosa because it was similar but still how do you call this? It wasn't that rough or that hard. It was a little bit only. Oh, that service right there.
Okay, so I'm still figuring out.
It was a
this
mild.
gimbal.
Sorry, that was the word. It was a mild red zone in Mexico City, and today continues to be a little bit like that. There's a lot of like pole dance, strip bars. There is a lot of parties going on, tattoo shops, etc.
So that's true. All that Rodrigo is saying. Honestly, for me, it's one of my favorite neighborhoods. But I just wanted to show you quickly this building that it's called Plaza de la Rosa or Plaza del Ángel. If you like antiques, guys, this is a place to come. Like there's, I don't know how it's Mexico with compared to other places about antiques. I don't know if they are, like expensive, cheap. But definitely we have a lot.
Have a quick look inside.
Yeah, we can get a quick look inside. It's really pretty, especially if you come. Well, obviously not right now, but when you come during normal times, on Saturdays they have a beautiful market over there. Like all the stores, they put like their small tents outside, and it's great to find. I mean, if you know about antiques, you will find amazing stuff over there. I remember a lot that I had a tour with some guys from, I don't remember from which museum they were, but they were like curators from a museum, I think in the US. And I learned more from them that I teach them, I think, because they were telling me all the stuff that they were finding, what things. The thing that I remember the most is whip, but it was made of horsehair, and they were telling me, yeah, that is very common on like the cold countries, like to do that from horsehair because it doesn't freezes. Oh yeah, let's take a look to this beautiful building. We can see also some interesting architecture over here.
Yeah, the thing is that you can see, for example, here in the name of the street is Antwerp in English. It's Amberes. It's a city in Belgium. All the streets in Juarez neighborhood have been named after these like gorgeous cities in Europe mostly, because this neighborhood also comes from the time. Remember the last tour last week in Roma, where they were also sharing us information about Porfirio Diaz and that time about 100 years ago. This neighborhood is from the same time frame, and the Juarez neighborhood is exactly almost as old as Roma. So we are gonna find beautiful architecture just like this eclectic but very French style in the terms or the sense of the modern days of that early years of the 20th century. So you can combine a lot of really cool things when coming to Zona Rosa: party, dancing, music, food, and a beautiful landscape to sightsee. Yeah.
That's true. That's why you should stay here. And Mark, so nice to see you made it. So yes, thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate that you make yourself some time, especially right now that I'm sure that everyone is getting ready for tomorrow's celebration. I hope that you can celebrate with your family, that you're all healthy. So
we want to celebrate together with you. Thanks for coming over, for stopping by.
yeah.
So we're gonna say goodbye to 2020 together, at least for this hour.
Yeah.
And so please stick around.
Yes, so we are still walking over here in Zona Rosa. We can see here, is this Chino? I don't know if this is Chinese or Korean. I think it looks Chinese maybe. This one, I haven't come to this one, but yeah, like
Look at the little garden here.
yeah, they have their little garden here. No? Look at this, like a, I don't know, kind of a Japanese. Not very good recognizing the different styles. So yes, that's what we have Yeah, there's a lot of, in general, Asian influence over here. I think especially because Zona Rosa used to be the most fancy district, like in the very bohemian and with a lot of European influence vibe. So it's more now, like Rodrigo was telling you, it's more like the gay district now, like lots of gay nightclubs, things like that. So it's still fun. Still
Absolutely,
fun.
absolutely.
No, so that's where we are walking today. I think that we're going to arrive to the main avenue over there, which is Genova, and from there we can go to Reforma and then walk down. No, what do you think? Today, actually, we were going to take you to another neighborhood, but we needed to improvise because my city bike subscription failed me. So, yeah, that was a problem. But look, we also have Hooters here, guys. In case that you have wondering, in case that you were coming to Mexico and you were like, oh my God, but can I find Hooters in Mexico? Yes, you can. Honestly, the wings are very good, the chicken wings. There's not a lot of other places that do them, but Hooters is pretty good for that. Ahí se ve si hay, te ha dicho algo Indrani si andamos, tenemos ahí conectados. Es que es lo único malo. Sadly, here we cannot see how many people we have connected, or if we have people connected still. But yes, remember that you can ask us anything. So let's see. As you can see, even that, well, we are in lockdown, the street commerce happens. And yeah, because, well, a lot of the people from here relies on the tourism. So that's why even with the lockdown, we have to be like here, no? Okay. Okay. So here we are. This is the main avenue. Genova?
Yeah.
Geneve?
Geneve, yeah.
And if we go, well, on that area, it is, you go to the subway and you go to like Condesa, you go to like Roma, but no, we're not going to take you there today. Maybe on the next walk on this way that we're going to be to Reforma Avenue again, and we're going to start to walk a little bit over Reforma. Where the Angel it is. And I don't know if you want to add something here, Rodrigo.
Yeah, sure. It's important to mention that this corridor, this like footpath, was always for a walking street. Well, at the beginning it was also used for cars many decades ago, but then later, even in the 60s, 70s, it was just established as like the axis of the whole Zona Rosa. And as Ubi said, it will take you from the subway, straight out from the subway station, the metro station Insurgentes, which is also very convenient. The metro can really help you travel around. Through the pandemic times, of course, we won't recommend you to do that. We will continue to have this restriction maybe for the next 6 months in 2021. But still, the network's pretty cool. And then coming out of the metro, you will just walk this corridor here, this aisle, and you'll find your way directly to Reforma, right on the sides of restaurants, bars, coffee shops, and also food chains. You'll find them all over. No, they are all spread around. And on a regular day, this corridor is full of people just having fun, jumping, like bar hopping, going from one to another one. So hopefully we can have that again in next year.
Soon. Yeah. So
we need it.
Cary looks like a nice area, and even with lockdown, there's still a lot of activity going on. Yes, still with lockdown, like we were saying, you know, a lot of the people in Mexico, we rely on day-to-day, you know, income on activities that we have to win money day to day. So yes, even with lockdown, there will be still things going on because people still needs to eat, even that the dangers of the COVID, no? Which yesterday I was watching a documentary of 2020 on Netflix. It was very fun. They were saying than politics, because at least COVID, it's not on bad intentions, no? That's its nature, and the politics, it's bad, no? Anyway, here, well, we have a huge Virgen over there. Love hearing the history part. Thank you, Cary. We hope that you like it. Benjamin says, I agree, so much history, it's so interesting. Thank you guys, really appreciate it. Over there we can see a huge Virgen de Guadalupe. This used to be one of my favorite bars actually. It's called Cueva de Lobos.
Yep.
And I used to came here all the time because they have live music and very good covers
You can notice how the building itself. I mean, the bar
Yeah.
itself. It used to be a house. It was someone's property.
Yeah.
A long time ago, and it is it's ground level and then 2 stories tall. And well, every level has its own rock band playing for a different
Yeah.
crowd. So that's really cool. And all of them play rock, but that can be Mexican or in Spanish, rock in Spanish, rock in English, classic, glam, or the oldies, the 60s, Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, Black Sabbath, all
Yeah.
those guys. So this is, if you like rock music, this would be the place to come.
And I remember so much how some people, clients used to tell me, why in Mexico they listen all music in English? Because we love all of that. We have the US influence a lot, and we love all the classic rock and all of that. That's a beautiful, like, small aisle.
It actually is it's a government place that is dedicated to the attention of
Yeah.
sexual diversity.
Yeah,
in the
that's
city.
true. I think actually I knew about this place because a friend was going to do an HIV test, and that's what I knew about this place. But look at the houses. Whoop, still figuring out this thing, guys. Sorry. Look at this. So beautiful.
Yeah, it's important to mention that right now and for the following years, I don't think it will change. But Mexico City is now completely and entirely sexual diversity friendly. It's gay
Yeah.
friendly. Marriage is it's legal. You can also adopt a child. It's very progressive in that sense. So there's really no. But we're actually getting there, but there's no discrimination.
Yeah.
Well,
Especially in the
actually fading
city.
away,
In
no?
the city,
In the
it's-
city, yes,
yeah.
in Mexico City.
This is also another Korean place, very good. So it's I have seen a few famous chefs over here that they come to eat. So I imagine that if the chefs like that, that's also a very good sign, no? So here we have another of my favorite places when this thing was open. Over there was a great karaoke place. So that was also fun. Look at the design of this building.
Indra tells us that it's also a Zona Godin. That's true. Zona Rosa, as our partner Indrani was mentioning, she was just pointing that to us. It is, we call it Godin. It's just very quickly, guys. It's a term now that has been coined in Mexico for the people that work at the office. No, it's
Yeah.
like office hours, Monday to Friday. Suits, ties, etc. And it comes from a last name actually, like a Spanish last name called Godínez. But it's a classic guy that is always at the photocopy machine, no, like trying to please the bosses all the time, trying to get that raise, but it never happens. So it just kind of like became a very extended term because over there, right at Reforma Avenue, we have all these office skyscrapers, the buildings where people come to work. So at some point during the day, and that's why it's also a little busy because still there's people that are not working from home. They have to come to their office to continue to work. Yeah.
Yes. And I forgot, guys, to mention if you follow the channel, so you don't lose any live stream, make sure to turn on the notification bell, and and share this live also. That will help us a lot. To understand actually that that we are doing, it's useful for some people, no? Look at these beautiful crafts, arts and crafts. Buen día. Let me just figure out how. Facebook no hay nada. Okay. Look at this. Super beautiful. ¿A cuánto cuesta este?
Están en 220.
220.
Todos son pintados a mano. Yo los pinto.
So everything is hand painted. He says he paints them. It's beautiful, right?
Tengo varios colores.
Different colors, but everything is hand painted. It's beautiful.
Yeah, those are like Panama hats.
Yeah.
And they have become very, very fashionable and popular now, trendy, because of this cool idea of painting on the hats, right all
Yeah.
over the hat. So
So
it makes the hat unique, really.
it's nice. Gracias. All right. Let's wait. Let me see. I think my gimbal is starting to be shaky again. No, that's okay. All right. So yes, we are almost arriving to Reforma Avenue now. We're going to start over Reforma, where pretty much where we quickly, guys, another these live streams are very helpful for me to see what it's like, and I really appreciate all the information you share about Mexico, about the city. Thank you so much, Carrie. Thank you. Really, really appreciate that. Let's take a quick look here to other arts and crafts. She's doing the dolls over here. Buen día. Perdona, ¿cómo sale la grande? Las grandes, ¿a cómo salen?
Estas en
130.
130.
¿Estas?
150, 200 y 250.
Ah, las más grandotas de allá. Ah, ok. Perfecto. 250. Qué bonitas están. ¿Ustedes las hacen?
Sí.
¿Sí? Ok.
Es artesanía.
Muchas gracias. So remember, this is Otomi dolls. If you come here, you know where to shop, guys.
The Otomis is it's one of the remaining cultures of the pre-Columbian times. It's just like the Aztecs or like the Mayans. The Otomis is another ethnical group. Some of them are actually still alive. They have their own language and continue to produce a lot of folk art. No, a lot of artisany. It's really cool. This is one example of them. These little dolls.
Yeah. Yeah. Gracias. So those noises that you hear, guys, they are basically repeating the recommendations, no? Like wear your face mask between all of us. If we all of us follow the restrictions, we can beat the virus. And it's from the cops, as you can see. I think we can cross.
Sí.
I was told Mexico City, they sometimes close a street so people can exercise. Is this true? Are they still doing this now in COVID? Yes.
No.
Well, they are not doing that right now, but yes, that happens. And especially I have parks.
But to answer that question, it was actually this very avenue where we are right now, called Reforma Avenue. It's probably the most beautiful boulevard in the city. This is the one that used to be closed on Sundays for workout, for people riding bicycles or any other device like rollerblades or scooters, whatever. And then in certain also like open spaces, there would be Zumba lessons, aerobics lessons, and many other activities like in the open air. These ones for now have been called off. Hopefully, as soon as we start getting more information about the vaccines and all that, they probably can start happening again. But parks are open and you can still find them there.
And what I was going to say, I forgot what I was going to say. Well, I was looking at these guys fixing the pretty. What do you think? Maybe should we cross and then walk over here just for them to see the ángel?
Sí.
No? Let's cross Reforma. Yeah, so imagine this huge avenue closed and only for bikes, only for you to come with your roller skates. So it was a beautiful thing to do every Sunday. Especially Rodrigo. Rodrigo was something always doing that, right?
Yes, I move a lot around the city in bicycles. Well, I have my bike.
Yeah, but it's even if you don't have, like, you can rent the eco bike and it's super cheap. So let's go now over here to.
We wanted to show you only this building here, right there.
Which one? That one? Ah, the Sofitel.
It's called Sofitel. It's a very
point to-
luxurious hotel.
There you go.
It's one of the highest buildings here in this avenue. It's very recent, has less than 2 years since it was finished. And it's a hotel, very luxurious hotel. It has a rooftop bar with a terrace, really cool, and that's open to anyone. And well, this is just one of many different examples of the construction, the building development that has been happening in the city as well as a way to say that we're making money, like the financial times are good, no?
Yeah. At least they were.
Yeah, actually, like I would say more than 70% of the skyscrapers you can see today over this street, Reforma, which is a financial years old.
Yeah. All right. So it's good. I think that my gimbal is behaving much better than than on Monday. On Monday. So in this main avenue we have the Metrobus. This for me looks like kind of a Londonish, no? Like London style transport. It has like 2 decks, and it takes you all the way over Reforma Avenue. But it's very convenient. It was supposed to help with the traffic, but I don't know if it did.
Well, it helped with the traffic to the people moving on public transportation, because since this one has its own dedicated lane,
Yeah.
you can skip traffic. But if you're driving your car, you will not skip traffic, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
It's good that when you come to Mexico City, you hardly ever rent a car. No? Well, people don't really rent cars.
Yeah. No, I don't recommend. Okay, so let's see. Now we are, as you maybe have noticed, guys, Reforma is full of roundabouts, and this is the other one that we're going to see. Well, ya hablamos de esto y luego de esto, ¿no? So let's take a look over here, guys, to these roundabouts. Acá hablamos de este. This is the only roundabout that are those e-bikes to rent. Yes, those e-bikes are for rent. You can pay like a year subscription, and then you can use it for 45 minutes, and then
for an hour actually. Now it's
for an
now
hour.
it's an hour.
Ah, that's good. An hour, and then you wait 5 minutes, and then you can use it again 1 hour. But also because the tourism has started to increase a lot, I think that also they have like tour for people who's traveling programs.
Yeah, just like 7 days program, 1
Yeah.
day program. You can get a code really easily. You sign up online. They give you a code, and you type your code into the keyboard.
Yeah,
that
there's
is
like a
there.
number pad over there.
It's a number pad over there. You can type it in, and then you get your e-bike.
Yeah.
So you can go around. You can find the stations or the log stations in many different neighborhoods, always within the touristy area as well, and
Yeah.
the parts where we have bike lanes too.
Yeah, and there's an app also. The app see which stations are full, because in case that you want to drop your bike and it's already packed, you don't have to go all the way to the station. You can just use the app. So it's very, very convenient. I like it a lot. That's the one that it didn't work for me, because sadly I thought that it was auto renovating, but I think that it didn't. Anyway, I hope that information was helpful, Carrie. So we can see this roundabout over here, over Reforma. This is the only one that is not going to have any statue, because this is just a palm tree over here. And Rodrigo is going to tell us the story about why is that.
Well, actually, you can see that the palm trees there, but there's a lot of palm trees also around this area. Palm trees are not native to Mexico City or to this area, of course, since it was also a lake in the past, no? And we are walking on what used to be also part of the lake. You wouldn't really find palm trees easily here, but they were introduced a few decades ago, around the 30s, the 40s, and it was also like a president that really enjoyed the view and how palm trees looked like and made the landscape a little prettier. So palm trees tried to be brought and planted in these different boulevards in the city, and that one there, the roundabout of the palm tree, was planted when it was still very and well, it started to grow and grow and grow over the years after the years were passing by, until it reached, well, the size that it has today, no? And it's the beautiful Glorieta de la Palma, or roundabout of the palm tree. That's how it's called, no? And it's in a way a memory, no? Like in order to remind us about the story behind palm trees in the city, and also to make it pretty.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm so happy that a few people are watching us, guys. Let's celebrate that. Let's see how this thing looks. We're going to celebrate it.
Cool.
So also we have here an interesting monument that you're going to see here. No, this one that it's the 65. It's a monument that it was for what it was.
Well, over Reforma Avenue, we also have just a quick parenthesis. Different artistic expressions. However, there's a group of artists and especially sculptors that have been also finding a political position against all the abuses, against all the exploitations, against all the suffering that has been done to people because of the government or any other like governmental institutions. In this case, this 65, and we can find many others that look just like this. This is a memory and a praising and also a demand for the government to rescue a group of miners that suffered from the falling and the collapse of the mine in 2007. It was 65 people that got trapped inside the hole of the mine falling down, collapsing, and they haven't been rescued, and the government and also the mining company were not making anything about it. Yeah. So this compound or group of they decided to make this monument in order to demand the government or the corresponding authorities to do the corresponding rescue. And it was 65 people. You can see the story there.
Yeah. So,
2006 actually, sorry.
And behind we have the Mexican Wall Street. That it's weird. I haven't actually never seen it without anything over there, because usually over there you will see the stocks. But now you can't.
There's the stock market, Mexican stock market, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Very 90s architecture.
Yeah. Yeah, that one. This brings me back a lot of memories when I used to live here. All right, let's keep walking over Reforma, because we can see also that building that it's interesting over there, no?
Yeah, it's neo-colonial.
A few of the new architecture has adapted to the classic one. So let's see. Well, thanks to you, Harry. Thanks to you. Let's see.
Don't forget to share these short live tours and experiences with your family, your friends. Even if they're not looking to travel or to come down to Mexico City in any time short.
Yeah.
But only just to spend some time, get maybe a distraction, and feel at least for an hour that you are walking through the streets of Mexico City. You know, obviously we will always wait for you with open arms, but I mean, this is not just only for those that are looking to travel. It's also for those that are looking to have a good time, to get distracted, and to see other beautiful places.
Yes, and if I can recommend a few other channels that do the same in New York, especially, that I have seen a lot. Urban is Live. It's one of my favorites. We also have. I don't know if we can cross now.
You could actually take a look from here.
Yeah.
On how the old architecture. That's, by the way, one of the oldest constructions built on Reforma Avenue. Remember when Reforma was first sketched or drawn? It was just a footpath to connect the castle with Centro. It was later when it started to develop neighborhoods. So you can see the very old, like neo-colonial sort of Baroque architecture that we have here. But then behind it, since this building has been protected by the National Ministry of Fine Arts, no one can mess with this building. You cannot destroy the facade, you cannot change anything from it. However, behind the building, you can do whatever you want. So you can see how now this is like overlapping or overposing in or over the building as it is 200 years old. We have behind the more modern skyscraper, no? So that's an interesting combination there.
I think this one is from the 30s, no?
Sí.
¿Sí por acá o por allá? Por acá.
I would say that it looks like 200 years old because it's based on some type of Baroque architecture and neo-colonial, so that would be 18th century, 17th century, but it was built in the 1930s.
So here, I don't know if you saw maybe a little bit on the camera, but every time that a big truck passes, and this is very common on Roma, Juarez, in all these neighborhoods, you feel how all the floor moves.
Yeah. Vibrates.
It vibrates, yeah, but it's a common thing for us now. But yeah, it's something weird. All right, let's just wait to cross. Getting hungry, guys. I don't know about. Let's cross. As you can see, Reforma is great to walk around. Right now, just to do these live streams more often, I moved here so far for a month only, but maybe I stay more. Hope that maybe when the vaccine is there, a few people more starts to travel, obviously with the restrictions, wearing face mask always and all of that.
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
¿Cómo está hundida la casa?
Ah, see?
Sí. Ahí se puede
Can
ver.
you see it from here?
Just where that guy is walking, guys.
Yeah.
You can see how the old house that was built in the 30s, where the man's walking, it's sinking a little, it's going down. Actually, it looks a little crooked.
Yeah, let me just zoom it. Let's see if we can see it better. Yeah.
Looks just a little crooked or tilted to the right. No, this is just a common thing that happens to all constructions within this part of Mexico City. And it's funny to see that right next to it, the new building has better foundations, no, and so it doesn't sink compared to the rest of the city. So what tends to happen is that these buildings start to loom up or stand out compared to the rest around the city.
Yeah.
It's super funny.
Well, they say that one day all the city is going to sink, right?
Everything is going down, people. just like the Mexican peso. Just kidding.
All right. So I think that maybe we can go over there and cross to
Shopping mall.
yeah, and because that's also another. I like a lot the architecture of that building. On the inside right now, let's take a look from here. It's a shopping mall, but also some apartments. And look at these two. So I think that the one on this one is the apartments, and this one is offices and the shopping mall. Oh, it's shaking a little bit. That's better. Okay, let's walk over here. Let's see. Also, there's a really pretty sculpture over there that I want to show you when we are there.
Hello.
But yes, like, hola, hi. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, like Rodrigo was telling us, there's a lot of art over Reforma Avenue. I think we can cross.
We heard a little bit of French. So we have travelers right now. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not like
maybe business,
yeah,
maybe solo, I don't know. But we have a few travelers.
business travelers, solo travelers, some daring explorers.
So here we have this beautiful sculpture. This is Leonora Carrington, right?
That's right.
So beautiful. I like a lot her art. In case that ¿sabes la historia de Leonora?
It was a refugee from
From
Spain, or that was that?
I think from English, no?
English, yes.
She was Carrington. Look at this sculpture. I like a lot. She has a museum actually. Well,
See, like many other people that Mexico City, they very soon after they felt Mexican already,
Yeah.
and like we are also very welcoming. No, it's been the case of many other artists, such as Chabela Vargas, for example. No, it's like great singer. Wasn't born in Mexico, but she said a very famous phrase that I like, and she said that Mexicans are born wherever they want to be born. No? It doesn't
Exactly.
matter. So without that, just like that, Leonora Carrington was a very important part, especially of the women section of artists that were part of like the surrealistic, avant-garde movement. They were changing some of the canons of art around that time, and this is one of her main sculptures found here right on Reforma Avenue.
yeah. And now let's take a look to the shopping mall.
You
but
want to give them some perspective on the shopping mall. You can see it's very angled. It's not exactly all straight up.
Microondas. Yeah, the building. It's maybe we can see it better from here. The angle that the building has. Here. Oops. So you can see it's like a slide.
Yep.
All right, let's go over here.
The architect behind it away recently, well, couple years ago, but his name was Teodoro González de León, and well, you don't need to remember that, but that was his style. We have several other big projects in the city, buildings that are popular and even touristy, like the National Concert Hall, the Auditorio Nacional.
Yeah.
That one was also intervened by the same guy, and you can really see his style. It's this angled, almost slide-looking architecture design projects. So when you see any of these angled buildings, you can be almost sure that it was a work of Teodoro.
So this is like the entrance of the shopping mall. We have a PF Chang's over here. I think that's owned by Starbucks. PF Chang's, yeah.
It surely is.
Yeah. So well, we are not going in. Are we going in? No, right? No, let's go outside. Let's go outside.
But you can show them a little bit. So this is classic shopping mall.
Yeah.
It's all in white. I can't remember the year when this was finished. I think it was somewhere close to 2007, 2000. And well, these are the traditional decorations they would always set up for Christmas, with these deers, and at night there's a lot of lights as well. It looks really pretty.
Yeah.
Trying probably to resemble the snow that we don't get.
Yeah, that we wish to get.
That's another important thing. Weather. The weather in Mexico City throughout winter season, that is also like dry season, January, February. It's chilly, especially at night and early morning. Later in the day, you might find it quite warm, easy. I'm actually wearing shorts as we speak.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's chill.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
He's a chaborru. Hey, for no snow. I wish that we could see it. The first time that I saw snow was when I did a small trip to the volcanoes that we have near here, and yeah, I was pretty shocked. But yeah, I have heard a lot of people tells me, yeah, it's beautiful the first day, but then after it's horrible. It gets all dirty, things like that. So I'm thinking, what do you think about walking to Juarez a little bit? No, maybe
Yeah.
going over here. No, let's take a detour over here. Now we're going, instead of Reforma, we're going to walk. By the way, guys, I forgot to mention, here exactly in this corner where is that shopping mall, Reforma 222, you will find this Krispy Kreme. But over, obviously right now not, but over here there will be that over there where Rodrigo is, there will be some amazing esquites from Monday to Friday. Have you tried them, Rodrigo?
Corn on a cup. Yeah,
Corn,
absolutely.
They are amazing. It's some of the most tasty esquites that I have ever tried. It's better when you can go to the snow instead of it coming into you. Yeah, I bet that.
The esquites or the corn on a cup is a snack that is snack or like late afternoon snack.
Yeah, it's not like a dinner.
Find it like at 11 a.m. it will be hard for you to find esquites, but at 6 p.m. you'll find the esquites.
Yeah. And it's, especially in September, they taste so much better because it's the corn season. Let's walk on this way. I just crossed the street because I want to show you a building over here. Is it easy to find vegan food choices there? Now, yes. So the thing is like before, now because we have had a lot of more modern food. But before, vegan food was horrible here because we just consider whatever it's vegan, like no meat, like salads and pasta, and it was very bad. But now, yes, now you can find a lot of restaurants that they specialize in vegan. Most of the restaurants will have a vegan section in their menu. But by itself, Mexican traditional food, we have lots of veggies. Let's take a quick look to this building because it was adapted to the shopping mall that we just showed you.
It's the same case as the building we saw before in the
Yeah.
corner.
But
The Ministry of Fine Arts, which takes care of every piece of art that has been produced in the 20th century, especially after the revolution, has this commission where they prevent the modification or destruction of this heritage of the city. So the facade had to remain the way it was, intact, and then anything you want to do behind the facade, it's allowed. So this is another example of overlapping generations.
yeah, and it's a Starbucks, as you can see. So yes, that about the food. But also, if you cook, Carrie, if you cook, you are going to have a lot of fun here because there are so many vegetarian like ingredients, so many varieties of herbs, chiles, of wheats, squashes. No, especially when you start to travel to the towns. It's really amazing how it changes the food just 1 hour outside of the city. All right, so now we are over this big avenue. This is Insurgentes Avenue, and it's actually the longest one of Latin America.
Yeah.
The longest one of Latin America. Let's wait a little bit. It's like, I think like 13 kilometers long. I don't remember.
Oh, it's more than that.
More than that, right?
50
All right, let's cross.
50 kilometers long.
So we are crossing now to another neighborhood. This is Juarez, well, the same neighborhood where Zona Rosa was.
We just came out of Zona Rosa,
We just came out.
of Juarez neighborhood.
Yeah. And I love the architecture too. Yeah, the architecture is amazing.
Important, guys, if you want to, if you're looking for a relaxed stay in Mexico City, do not book an Airbnb or a hotel on Juarez. I'm sorry, on Zona Rosa.
Yeah.
Because if the pandemic is over and the party starts to it keeps going, then you will have hard time finding like a silent room.
Yeah.
Or bring your earplugs.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like there's a few very nice actually like boutique hotels in Zona Rosa.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the noise, because they are literally next to the nightclubs. And look at all the street food that we have here right now, all available. I'm getting hungry actually. It smells good.
Gracias.
Something smells very good over there.
These little street food stalls would on a complete different day, this would be packed.
Yes.
People would be making lines, lining up to order whatever they want to eat.
Over here. Gracias. Beautiful.
But right now, as you can see, sadly with the lockdown, sadly with the closure, they are allowed to come and open to serve, but people are not standing by. So they're not standing here. So it's almost as if they were not working.
Yeah, and like we were mentioning, about the economy, and it's safe to eat street food even with this time, because apparently, from what I have heard, is that you can eat the food. The COVID is not through the food, but yeah, like there's also restaurants and pretty much everything, even the street stands, also the restaurants right now during the full lockdown, it's for takeaway. So that's another thing.
Okay, we have been informed we have five people following the
Yay,
live tour. Thank you everyone
thank
for
you.
joining us.
Let me just show you a
Please don't-
champagne.
Don't be shy, guys, and shoot out your questions. We're happy to answer any question you have from the Mexico City or from any other place in Mexico. If we know the answer.
Yeah, we have friends, family all over Mexico, so any question from other parts also we can answer that. And from what I have heard, like right now, a lot of people like digital nomads, things like that, they are in Tulum, in Cancun. But also I have heard that Tulum also right now it's in a lockdown. Because over there for a while, like especially like I think November, early December, and before they were living like if there's literally no COVID over there. Just like a few, very few restrictions, but
All bush.
Paul Bush, yeah. So now, I think I made the wrong turn. I wanted to
No,
go
it's
to the
right.
Casa Fusion. I think it's that one. Yeah, just the house is beautiful. Benjamin, I need to stay. Will be, yeah. I will. Well, this neighborhood right now, Juarez. I used to live here. It was very up and coming. A lot of very good small restaurants. Very good speakeasy. Some of the like this building that we're going to show you. Remember, this is Juarez neighborhood. This building that we're going to see right now is like a bazaar with a lot of Mexican designers.
You can show the sign here.
Yeah.
The name of the place is Fusion or Fusion, and it's a designer's site or the house of Mexican designers.
Yeah. And let's take a look to the building, but maybe from a distance, because if not, we cannot appreciate it. Oop. Let's see it. No, I think we can cross the street. Well, I hope that you're not having trouble. This thing is getting a bit shaky again. I don't know what's going on, but I definitely need to buy another one. So this is the house. Look at it. It's like a small mansion. So it's like there's a really good coffee shop there.
Was.
There was?
Well, it's no longer Borola.
It's no longer the Bola?
No,
Really? Oh, that's bad.
but it was a good coffee shop.
Yeah.
They still have it, but as
Other.
Petit Roquefort.
Got it.
I this is something I always find very, very funny, friends and guys. Mexican designers, we are also proud of Mexico, but then we still have this trend that comes from these times, from the dictatorship and this valuing the foreign stuff over the local or the national stuff. And so the restaurant here, well, one of the restaurants here, it's called Petit Roquefort, no, in French, and they serve fancy meat. Bazaar or designer house. So that's an interesting and funny, like fun fact. so to
Yeah.
say. And Juarez neighborhood is full of these little mansions in reality. Well, there's a very interesting combination of different decades construction. You can have this beautiful, really beautiful piece of art and architecture, but right across the street you can find this really ugly looking medical institution. So the contrast is it's incredible.
Yeah.
And also interesting, why not? Charming. So.
Oops. All right, let's walk to a small square that we have over here. It's called Plaza Washington.
Sorry, important to say
Oh.
about the bazaar. As soon as the lockdown that has been imposed again is over, that was announced to be on January the 10th, the bazaar would open its doors with the regular restrictions and the recommendations. So they will test your temperature. It's a checkpoint actually. You can get your temperature test. You can wash your hands, get some hand sanitizer, and then you'll be able to go inside and buy or purchase or find, browse around all the different products that are from Mexican designers, from mezcal to fabrics, textiles, shoes, purses, anything you want.
Harry, so Juarez neighborhood will be better place to find a place to live, like Airbnb, compared to other places you showed us earlier?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's more. Certainly there's more. But in Cuauhtemoc, because I was telling you guys, I moved on a Airbnb. It was easy. I mean, I obviously looked for something to my budget, but if I can recommend you something, Carrie, Juarez and Cuauhtemoc, the one that I did on Monday, are two of my favorite neighborhoods. It's over here. But I love Cuauhtemoc. Cuauhtemoc, it's one of my favorites. So here we have this tiny square. Let's show it. This is Plaza Washington. Super tiny. As far as the noise factor, I will think that maybe Cuauhtemoc it's less noisy. What will you think?
Yeah, probably yes.
Yeah, on the place that I used to live here in Juarez, it was like down that street, like maybe 4 or 5 blocks over there, and so over there it's like a lot of apartments and houses. But if you come over here, it's all the restaurants. That restaurant is super busy always, so that one you don't want to live maybe over there because of that restaurant. So I will say that Cuauhtemoc. Is a little bit less. But if you are on the outskirts of Juarez, it's also nice. So here we have.
It's a matter of looking around. I mean, all neighborhoods will have areas. For example, Cuauhtemoc has some streets that are very close to Reforma, so that's busier. There's more offices. There's more bus there. Or Cuauhtemoc has houses that are closer to the inner circuit, which is a freeway inside the city, so that will be also a little noisy.
Yeah.
Juarez is the same. You can find the spots in the streets where you will find like really, really chill and quiet areas and really still very charming. So
Just remember, stay off the main avenues. Always stay off the main avenues. Benjamin says, I can't remember Juarez neighborhood since that's my last name. Yeah, that's easier to remember. Carrie, the place on Monday. Cuauhtemoc, and that's the one that I might say that it's maybe more quiet. As you can see, actually, I was looking over there, that balcony. They are renting that, and it says that it's with furniture. So, I mean, to have a balcony over here in this nice square, it will be great. So, a few of my favorite places over here. No worries, Carrie. It was a pleasure. So, that Cicatriz Cafe is very good. It's open pretty much all the day and night. It has like many places over there. I think it's owned by some American guys. Then we have a very traditional coffee shop over there. Then we have I think that's a seafood place. I didn't try it, but it's very good. It looks very good. Then we have this place over here, great for chocolates. I wish my idea later, if these tours keep going, is that we do some live things with those guys over there, for example, that we go and they talk us about the chocolate and things like that. Hamburgers are pretty good. Those are the traditional ones, and then we have the hipster version of hamburgers over there.
yeah, we need to. That's now that Ubish mentioned this is important. One of the words that we have to use a lot when talking about Juarez, Roma, Condesa is gentrification.
Yeah.
We know that is a complicated word. There's always mixed feelings about gentrification, but Juarez is one of the neighborhoods that is undergoing gentrification as we speak. And in this little square of Washington, we can really see the gentrification happening because the traditional coffee shop over there has been there for several years, and they serve just the classic coffee, espresso, americano, cappuccino, latte, and that's it. But then next to it, we have the hipster version of the coffee shop that Ubish was showing you, which is a lot more recent. It has less than 3 years from being there. And you can have coffee, but also mezcal or a beer. So it's a little bit more like New York hipster.
Natural wine, things like that.
Exactly. La Rifa, the place with chocolate. It's a beautiful piece. I like this one. It's really simple, but it's really beautiful. And I'm betting that inside it's really big with wooden floors and all that. So this is where you can really feel the transformation and the gentrification of Juarez neighborhood.
Yeah, thank you, Carrie. Yeah, that's what we wanna do. Let's see. We have to cross. Yeah,
that restaurant in the corner. That is a fonda, a Mexican fonda.
Yeah.
Fonda is like a family, almost like a family business. It's like a kitchen. And so when you go to a fonda, you can get what we call a comida corrida, which is basically all your courses. So soup, appetizer or entrance, and then a main course for just maybe 70 pesos. So that's almost like $3 somewhere there, and you can have everything, including water and dessert.
Yeah.
With a touch of like the homemade food. It's delicious. Recommended.
So we have also a yoga place, green yoga. It's supposed that it's one of the best.
Tattoo parlor. Wow. This is just. it's like artisanal tacos.
Yeah.
I mean, a tattoo shop has to be sketchy. Come on.
Yeah, here you can even get a tattoo in the street markets.
Exactly.
Should we walk? Yeah, let's walk here. There's some beautiful graffitis over there.
And we're gonna see the wax museum and.
Yeah. So we have been 1 hour here, guys. I hope that you're enjoying this. Let's take a look to the street art over here because there's some interesting stuff. Like, oh, actually my battery is running out. Let's see. Take a look. Some interesting styles, as you can see. That guy, he's from Switzerland, I think. He lives here right now. Well, as at least he used to live here.
Okay.
Yeah. We have another one over there.
And hello, Houston.
Hello, Houston. I think that one is sponsored by JetBlue when they inaugurated like flights to Mexico City. And we have other one over here. Let's see. So yeah, Juarez. This is the area of Juarez that I used to live. Super calm, relaxed. I used to live kind of in a basement apartment, so it was very cold. But it was fun to live here. Let's see where.
Oh, you want to see this?
This is our superhero for.
This is our superheroes campaign for social distancing. So this is Susana Distancia, which means your healthy distance, and her pals, no? And that's in a way like the safe bubble that you have to keep the distance between other people.
Yeah, so we created a superhero because that's how we learn.
Because this is a super villain. So we need a superhero.
Look, that apartment over there is for sale. That one in the corner, I mean, look how the sun hits over there in the corner. That will be a great one. Yeah, guys, if somebody wants to give me something for Christmas, I want an apartment here. Take a look to this building over here. This one. Let me just jump the pole. You know what that building is?
It's the Embassy of Forever.
Yeah. It's a makeup line. It's like beauty products.
Beauty products.
But take a look to that building that they have. It's so crazy.
Remember this for those that are just tuning in, this neighborhood comes from the time where the bourgeoisie was all about in Mexico City. The aristocracy was really enjoying themselves, and the architecture and the development that was created around that time, it was looking only for the intention of making Mexico City part of the major leagues of these beautiful cities around the world, just as Paris, Berlin, London, Madrid. So they wanted to create something like that with that feeling, and at that time this French architecture was like ruling the canons of construction, and in Mexico it was also introduced. So it's very afrancesado or French style.
Carrie says that she has to go shortly. Well, thank you so much either way for being here.
Carrie, it was a pleasure to have you. Thanks so much for tuning in and stick around for the tours that are coming.
Yeah.
And share that with your friends, family, as we were saying before. Thank you so much.
So yes, because we're not going to see you. I don't know, Friday it's sí. Yeah, we were actually going. Thanks to you. Catch you in 2021. That's true. Thank you so much, Carrie. We're going to finish, I think, that in the Wax Museum, just because it's a very unique building, and another interesting part of Juárez neighborhood. Así es de este lado. So it's on this side. Let's see. Yeah, in this, actually we have the Wax Museum and the Replay Museum, which I think that it hasn't been actualized in a while. It cut out when you mentioned about Friday. Did you say where you're still? Yeah, on Friday, yes. We are still doing the live tour. I think that I'm going to Polanco neighborhood. So yes, take a look to this house. I'm going to show you Anzures and Polanco, a little bit of Polanco. This is the Wax Museum.
The house, I mean, it was before it was the Wax Museum. It belonged to a wealthy, you can see, well accommodated family.
Yeah.
Of those early years. So the house was not really built to make it to become the museum. It just happened later. But just take a look at the architecture, the brickwork, and you can see that it's also French English. It has an attic, So the very top part of the ceiling it's an attic. That's very common over there, also because of snow that we don't get in Mexico. But still, it's nice to be able to see something without having to go to England or France.
Yeah, that's true. So well, guys, I think that over here is where we're going to finish. Thank you so much. Remember that we're going to be doing keep going Monday, Friday at 9 a.m. Mexico City time, and Wednesday at 11 a.m. I will try to be on every Wednesday also here, but
we just got a quick final piece of information, really cool, and that's interesting because that's where we started actually. The architect behind the is the same guy, the same architect that made the column of the Angel of Independence over on Reforma Avenue. So the same person was the one that designed and built the house.
Yeah. So
Antonio Rivas Mercado.
again, thank you so much, guys. I want to leave you with the view of what it's in front actually of the museum, because it's a very interesting place. Well, we're going to say goodbye, Rodrigo and I. We really appreciate you, Benjamin, Carrie, for being here. If there's more people that they don't comment, we really appreciate it. If you catch it after also, that's great. So yes, Monday, Friday, 9 a.m., Wednesday, 11 a.m.
Remember to subscribe.
Remember to subscribe and
to
hit
like our videos and share the channel with everyone you know. You think they might find it attractive.
Hit the notification bell, guys, so you don't miss any. Take a look to this building, and here we say goodbye and Happy New Year to everyone. Look at that. Thanks, sir. Happy New Year. Yeah. See ya, guys.
Great, Mark. Thank you.